Hi, this is your intimacy coach, Nora White. And in this video, we will explore how to communicate effectively when you know that you need to have an important conversation with your partner. Perhaps it's something that they said that didn't quite sit right with you. Or perhaps there has been a level of tension building up underneath the surface for a while. In any case, we have all been there. And you could either be avoidant, which is, so much easier, or you could be anxious right now because sometimes we just can't help it. But the question that is like, what would the secure version of you do? We're here to answer that. In this video, I will provide practical tips on how you can navigate this challenging conversation from a secure place. And then I'll explain how it can even become an opportunity to strengthen your relationship. Step 1, challenges are opportunities. Reframe the situation immediately. That's actually a good thing. Challenges are a good thing. And that's the first thing that you want to think about. Because without challenges, you don't get the opportunity to rise and tackle those challenges. And so you don't get the opportunity to shine from being able to be gracious and elegant through challenges. So I'm not negating that your first impulse might be to worry about the future of your relationship, and that's the reason to push out this conversation. But let me tell you, what the future holds depends on how you hold the present. So what truly matters right now is whether you can use this moment to grow together and to problem solve as a team. And you know what? Sharing your emotions is a powerful and healthy way to building the foundation of your connection. It's basically like you have an opportunity right now to write the code, the DNA of your relationship. And that's actually a super exciting thing. It's an exciting moment. Okay. So you want to reframe immediately and be excited about this moment. Step 2, feel your emotions in privacy. Don't go straight to your partner and confront them with the dreaded, we need to talk, because that can only trigger their defenses. Take time to process your emotions privately. Don't suppress your emotions, feel them fully. And you can practice expressing your experience in front of a mirror. So, for example, you can go to your mirror and say something like, wow, and you imagine talking to your partner. Wow, when you made that comment about your ex, I noticed my throat immediately tightening up. And this helps you identify what sensations those emotions are bringing into your body and actually release some of them before you share them with your partner. So go ahead and describe what has happened to you, where you felt it in your body in terms of sensations. And once you feel comfortable expressing about your experience on your own, that's when you know that you're going to be able to prepare meeting with your partner. Step 3 is to choose the right time and place. Pick a time and a place and a space that are conducive to a calm conversation. The setting should feel safe for both of you. So, for example, outside of work hours, maybe not on the phone, and also not just before bedtime when you're both exhausted, right? Think about what works for you, but the idea is to create a stress-free environment to facilitate a more peaceful exchange. For some people, it will be in private. For some people, it will be in a semi-public setting, right? Think about your unique situation. Step 4, breathe and focus on longer exhales. Before you begin speaking with your partner, breathe deeply and focus on long exhales, which will calm your nervous system and slow down your heart rate. This way, you can approach the conversation from a grounded place inside of you When you feel grounded inside of you, then you can initiate. And remember, we don't initiate with this infamous and scary, we need to talk. Instead, try starting with something like, could we have an open conversation? Something came up for me the other day, and I'd love to share it with you. I really value our relationship, and I want to make sure that we're on the same page. Go slow. Remember that under stress, people regress. So by going slow, you help both of your nervous system remain calm. Once your partner has agreed to have a conversation, then you can either move directly into sharing, step 7, or you can preface a little bit while you're sharing. So if that feels the right thing to do, start by expressing your good intentions rooted in your worth. Basically, you want to tell your partner that you are inviting this conversation because deep inside of you, you can feel that the conversation has the potential to bring you closer together. So you're really coming from a positive intention of clearing, of repair, and of bonding. Because you trust that the two of you are able and worthy of using this moment of disconnection into an opportunity for connection. You also want to let your partner know that you are very curious about their experience that day. And stay open to hearing their perspective because you might uncover a lot of things that you're overseeing right now. Approach the conversation with the mindset that you might just find common ground and that the best case scenario is at hand, is that you are both going to be able to express yourself fully without judgment and allow for repair and growth and closeness. So prefacing with that kind of good intention or reiterating them is really helpful. You can do it multiple times in a conversation. Okay, so now if you've prefaced this, or even if you haven't, it's time to describe your experience, what you practice in front of the mirror. And one good format that you can use is I notice, I worry, I wonder. For instance, the other day, I noticed my throat tightening up when you mentioned your ex, and I worried about our relationship. And I wondered what you meant by that comment. Voicing this will start dispelling the discomfort and the tension that's been alive inside of you. It will also validate your experience. And on top of that, it will gift your partner an insight into your own emotional state, which is so precious. So when you do that and you share those insights about what's happening inside with your partner, it opens up the door for closeness and for resolution. That format, I notice, I worry, I wonder, is a beautiful and peaceful tool that allows you to share feelings and observations in a conversation. It basically helps you communicate without blame and without making assumptions about the other person's intention. So you can reliably use it about the observation you're making about yourself or about others. It helps you be non-confrontational, which is super helpful. Step number 8, go slow and stay curious. I've already kind of said it, but it's a step in and of itself that encompasses the entire experience of the conversation. Take your time. Approach the situation with curiosity rather than blame, because that will allow your partner to let go of their defensiveness. Your openness will facilitate constructive and meaningful conversation. Because likely your partner did that thing, it came from somewhere else that you don't understand, rooted in their own story. So take your time. And also remember that some people will talk it out with you immediately, and that's great. And some other people will need some time. So that's also great. Give them some alone time on their own so they can process. And then also remember that there are other people that will just push it under the rug. And if they do, that simply gives you information about this person's capacity to be in a relationship with you. So it's still super valuable. Might be a little sad, but it's an important data point. 9, recognize the beauty underlying all the fears that are part of this process. Often underlying the tension are fear of losing each other or fear of not being enough for each other. And those challenges show, in fact, how much you both care about the relationship, which is such a beautiful thing. It is a beautiful thing when your bond matters enough to evoke this level of emotion. So shift away from worries, shift into discovery. Your stress is not just an inconvenience. No, your stress is a gift. It is a signal that something that is very meaningful to you is at stake. So speak your truth while knowing your worth and while staying open. Know that if the other person is able to be secure in themselves, things will inevitably turn out for the best for the two of you because you'll meet each other. If you want more resources on how to navigate this kind of turbulence in conscious partnerships or how to create foundations that help you, you can find a link to my free smooth landing guide in the description of this video. It has been my pleasure sharing this with you today.